Hey, what's going on, people? I'm just submitting this video as a side note to the two videos I did about the Tyler Perry movies and the For Colored Girls movie. Just want to bring something to you guys' attention really quickly. Let's be going to look at the last two projects that Tyler Perry has been a part of. And I want you guys to pay close attention to something and open your eyes and see what's really going on here. Okay, so the last project that Tyler Perry was a part of was the movie Precious. What people don't really realize is that Tyler Perry actually was a producer for the movie Precious. Him and Oprah Winfrey produced Precious. So let's look at Precious real quick. Precious was written by a woman named Sapphire, who is an outwardly gay female. It was directed by a man named Lee Daniels, who is an outwardly gay male. It was produced by Oprah Winfrey, who is a suspectedly gay female. And it was also produced by Tyler Perry, who is a suspectedly gay male. And in the movie, the ultimate heroes of the movie was a female teacher of Precious, who was a gay woman, and her lover, obviously another gay woman. They were the heroes in the movie. Okay, so now let's look at For Colored Girls. It was directed by Tyler Perry, like I said, suspectedly gay. We're not saying he's gay, but people suspect. We see the effeminate traits. We see his fondness for dressing up like women. And the movie For Colored Girls was written by a sister back in the 70s by the name of Ntozake Shange, and she was a self-proclaimed black feminist and a lesbian herself. So, and in the movie, it's all about these black women, all of these black women who having all of these issues with these men. Whatever. A lot of people saying it's bashing men. I mean, whatever. But what we really gonna look at is the title of the movie, or the actual title of the original play that she wrote. And for people who aren't familiar with it, the name of the play was For Colored Girls Who Have Considered Suicide When the Rainbow Is Enough. So, what is that title telling to us? What the title is saying is that particular story was for colored girls who have considered suicide. And why did they consider suicide? Because there are different issues in life, particularly pertaining to men, molestation, rape, murdering the children and whatnot in the play. But the second part of the title is When the Rainbow Is Enough. Well, what does the rainbow represent? It represents homosexuality. So what is she saying with her title? She's saying, all of you colored girls who's having all of these issues with these men, considering suicide, etc., you shouldn't worry about any of these issues that you're having with these men, because the rainbow is enough. Meaning, forget about the men. Just cling to your sisters, cling to other females, if you know what I mean, and everything will be okay. We got to open our eyes, people, and really look at what's going on. Obviously, films like these, especially these, and I'm not even just on Tyler Perry here, but I'm saying we even got to look way back at this play that she wrote back in the 70s and see what the moral of the story, what the message really is. As far as Ntozake Shange, she was originally born Paulette L. Williams. And just reading a little bit about her life story, it says Shange's college years were not all pleasant. She married during her first year of college, but the marriage did not last long. Depressed over her separation and with a strong sense of bitterness and alienation, Chang attempted suicide. And in 75 was when they first did her play for colored girls who have considered suicide when the rainbow is enough. Right there from the title, she's letting you know that she considered suicide, not knowing that the rainbow was another alternative. She's basically trying to tell you ladies that the rainbow is enough. You dealing with these men, have all these problems, don't worry about the men anymore. Just cling to that rainbow. So that makes the last two films that Tyler Perry has been involved in have pretty much been written, directed, produced, etc. by either homosexual people or suspectedly homosexual people, and the heroes of the first movie was homosexuals, and the title of this second movie and the play that it was originally based on clearly show you that they are promoting lesbianism. I mean, it is what it is. And I'm pretty sure, people are going to say, oh, it's just called the rainbow because the original characters in the play were referred to it by colors, yellow and red and all of that. And I mean, what I'm saying is, why do you think they was referred to by colors? She was an artist. She was a writer. She had a crafty way of getting her message across. So I went ahead and checked out the actual little rainbow motif that goes along with homosexuality. And the idea of the rainbow comes about because supposedly the colors of the rainbow represent the diversity in the homosexual community. And when the young lady used the colors in her poem, in her poems in the play, each girl had a different color, and they represented the diverse aspects of turmoil within lives of black females. So that's why in the play and in the movies, each girl had a different color. Each girl was dealing with different issues, and that's why you get the whole color motif as being the names in the original play. And that's how they play into the actual rainbow representing homosexuality. And I'm not trying to say that the young lady was somehow part of some conspiracy to make everybody be gay. She was a woman dealing with her own struggles and wrote the play. And I'm not even necessarily saying that Oprah or Tyler are part of some big conspiracy to make everybody gay. But if we've seen the Oprah interviews where she explained how her childhood was and her youth and whatnot growing up, being abused and sexually abused, and then growing up to become a promiscuous young woman, etc. And Tyler Perry just recently was on Oprah's show, and he was explaining about his life and how he was abused and molested and grew up and had sexual issues and whatnot as well. Now, I'm not sure about you guys, but I know a few females that, grew up, had different issues, sexual issues, maybe some molestation or rape, ended up becoming promiscuous teenage females and dealing with a lot of different guys and guys who weren't even good guys. And a few of them actually ended up reaching for the rainbow. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's an occurrence. It happens. And maybe Oprah and Tyler are just using these movies to work through their own issues. But I'm just saying, certain things that you expose yourself to, expose your spirit to, and different energies, you're going to become infected by it. Especially if you're one of the people that's just loving all of the works that are being put out, and you're not knowing that subliminally you're being indoctrinated with the notion and the option of, hey, let's explore this homosexuality thing. I mean, it's real. And then you measure all of that in with the fact that homosexuality is an agenda that is being pushed by this society nowadays. That's why you have so many people popping up gay. And see, you know, it works slowly. Like, you keep getting these images of black men and black women fighting. They keep telling you black women can't find a man, can't find a successful man. There's so many successful black women and not enough men. And then you're gonna have the notion or have the thought that you think is your own. Hey, let me see what it's like on the other side of the fence. And then you fall victim to the madness. And you thinking it's your own opinion, it's your own thought, it's your own idea to go ahead and explore that side, when you don't realize that the option and the idea has been slowly and subliminally implanted into you. So when you're tired of dealing with your man's problems and whatnot, don't commit suicide. Just turn to lesbianism. That's your alternative ending. People are reporting leaving the movie theater feeling depressed, upset, disparaged about life. One woman even said she felt like she had been punched in the face when she left the movie theater. Here's a hint. If you leave a movie and you feel bad, negative, your spirit is messed up, the movie was destructive. And since they always give us, the actors, the highest awards and acclaims when they do the most detrimental movies to black society, we could look at Halle Berry in Monsters Ball. We could look at Denzel in Training Day. We have Terrence Howard in Hustle and Flow. And the rap group that won for the soundtrack is Hard Out Here for a Pimp. We could look at Gabby and Monique and all of the acclaim they received for Precious. Psychologically and emotionally, the most detrimental movie ever made in black movie making. I mean, they even had a mother forcing her daughter to perform oral sex on her. You would never see a white woman in a movie like that. And now we have for colored girls. But they're not done yet. But I guarantee you that this movie will be the biggest, most acclaimed movie in black history. I guarantee you. Peace.